Hello, everybody. Hey, TikTok or whatever you're watching this on. Happy Saturday, y'all. I hope y'all are doing wonderful because I am. I wanted to come on here and make this video for y'all on this wonderful Saturday. I'm sitting outside enjoying the wonderful breeze, enjoying the wonderful sun and everything. And I just want to come on here and clear my head. I'm gonna try to make a couple of videos today on here. But I hope everything goes well. I hope it goes well with me trying to make these videos. I just want to touch on something. And I just want to give y'all an update on something. I know I have not been on here a lot lately. I know I have not been coming into too many people's TikTok lives. And I know I have not been making any lives on TikTok myself. Well, I just want to come on here and to let y'all know that I'm okay. Everything is okay. There's nothing wrong. But what I really feel like half of the time, I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all know. I feel like half of the time, I really feel like when you have so much going on in your personal life, and when you have so much going on with you in general, and I really feel like when you come on a platform just to scroll and just to like and to support people and to see what they're up to, that's understandable. I completely understand where, they're coming from, because I've done it. I've get on a social media and I just come in, I like and this and that and the third, because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy supporting peoples and this and that and the third. But I know I have not been on TikTok lately, and I know I have not been engaging like how I'm supposed to do, but honestly, life has been lifing. Life has been lifing. It's still lifing. And I be having other things to do outside of TikTok, outside of social media and everything regarding my personal life, my personal health, my mental health and everything, this and that and the third. I know a lot of people can understand that. And I just want to say that I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. I love each and every one of y'all. To my followers, to my friends on here, on TikTok and outside of TikTok, inside of TikTok, outside of TikTok. I love y'all tremendously to death. I love y'all tremendously a lot, because y'all are so respectful. Y'all are so sweet to me. Y'all are so very kind, and y'all have gave me so much opportunity and so much love, so much support. I will not forget that. But I will say this though. I'm not talking about my friends. I'm not talking about my friends. I'm not talking about my TikTok friends. I'm not talking about my TikTok family. I'm not talking about anybody. But before, I'm just going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. And I just wanted to address this issue. With this being said, I don't know if I'm the only one that has been getting these messages. And I'm not for sure if I'm the only one that's been going through this. But I'm going to go ahead and say this. To the peoples that has been coming in my inbox or DMs on TikTok, it's been a lot, pretty much of everybody. It's been women, it's been men and everything, but mostly it's been women. I might have had like probably about two men come in my inbox, and you can tell that they ain't real. You can tell that they trying to get some out of it. You can tell that they're trying to get some out of you, better yet, trying to take away from you or spam you or scan you, this and that and the third. Because I've had a lot of conversations with a bunch of my friends about this. But I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. I love everybody. And I know a lot of y'all know my sexuality. I know a lot of y'all know I like what I like. And that's it at the end of the day. I like what I like, and I wouldn't change that for nothing because I am my authentic self, and I wouldn't change that for nothing. Can't nobody judge me but the good Lord up above. And that's the honest truth. But I am going to say this. And this has been a lot of women that has been coming in my inbox. I know they ain't real. I know they off some type of site or something, but I'm going to tell y'all this. No tea, no shade. Honey, if I wanted to see a cat and if I wanted some cat, honey, I can watch Garfield. Better yet, I can watch Zagra, the Siamese cat, off of PBS Kids. If I wanted some cat and if I wanted a cat, pretty much those are the options. But I don't like cat. I don't want cat. I don't need cat. Because that's not my interest. The thing with me is this. I like what I like. Now, I know I'm a good looking guy. I know I'm a good looking guy. I know, I've been told I got a nice smile. I'm a good looking guy. I'm very sweet. But I'm just going to tell y'all, I don't want no cat. I don't need no cat. I'm not interested in cat. I don't want cat. I don't want fish. I don't want none of that. All I want is to just come on the platform and support people's, watch their videos, give me a good laugh, and just let people thrive and do what they love to do, pretty much. That's all I want to do. I'm not interested in trying to meet anybody off of here. I'm not interested in talking to anybody off of here. As tempting as that sounds, as tempting as I would love to meet somebody, communicate with somebody, for somebody to actually like me, for me, give me the chance to get to know me, this platform is not the way to do it, and this is not the right platform to do it. Now, you might get lucky to communicate with somebody, get to know somebody off this platform. Trust me, I've been down that road before. I've met a person off here before, not face to face, but I communicated with a person off here before, and I thought it was all peaches and cream and good, but at the end, it was not what we both expected it to be. So, we have, parted ways. But at the end of the day, I have respect for this person. But I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all, I'm not on here to flirt. I'm not on here to I'm not on here to F-U-C-K. I'm going to tell y'all, just because half of y'all, yes, I know what I'm into. I'm part of the LGBTQ community, but I'm just going to go on and tell y'all, just because y'all all cute and all gorgeous and everything, just because y'all got nice bodies and everything, does not mean everybody wants to sleep with you. Just because you got $1,000 face, just because you got abs, and just because you got a banging body, or this and then the third, curves in the front and the back, don't nobody want to sleep with y'all. Everybody does not want to sleep with everybody that's on this platform. I know I don't. I'm not even interested in that. I'm just trying to accomplish my goals. Is that so hard to ask? I'm not going to stop coming on here and stop supporting my friends. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to support everybody that I can and that supports me. And I know a lot of people's be going on these lives, just to see they crush up close and for a purpose. But me, I look at it as, I don't want to F everybody I see on the platform. I'm just trying to go for my goals. But that's what I wanted to share. Comment. What do y'all think? Is I'm right or is I'm wrong? Thank y'all for watching. Hey y'all, I'm back again. Happy Saturday. This is my video part 2. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday yet again. I wanted to come on here and make another video. With me making this video, I just want y'all to know that this is for entertainment purposes only, and this video is not meant to hurt anyone or anything at any given time. I'm gonna try to say what I have to say at before the 10-minute mark, okay? So here we go. I might lose a couple of y'all. Y'all might unfollow me. Y'all might unsubscribe to me. Y'all might block me, cancel me, or this and that and the third. But whatever it is, it's totally fine with me. I'm still gonna sleep at night. I'm still gonna be my authentic self. I'm still gonna love myself regardless. But I have a question. For my black and brown peoples. No tea, no shade. But this is for y'all. And if y'all care to chime in or comment, please keep the comments nice. But you also can speak your truth. But this is my question. Because I've really been thinking about this a whole lot. And I'm still thinking about it. And I still feel the way I feel. But to my black and brown peoples, to my black and brown men, to my black and brown women, to my black and brown community, regardless of the fact. Do you guys ever feel like us being black and brown, do y'all ever feel like we need our own safe space? Like every time when we try to have our own safe space, we is not ever to get our own safe space. Like, do y'all ever feel like that we should just stay in our own safe space half of the time and biggest of the time? Because I really feel if we only stayed in our own safe space, black and brown peoples, if we only stayed in our own safe space, we would be okay. But the thing is this, peoples have to learn with this and with what I'm saying, and with us being black and brown peoples, being in our own safe space, because I really feel like certain peoples does not need to be included when it comes to us in our safe space. But people really want to be included so bad in our safe space when we just trying to have something for ourselves. Because this is the thing with me, and this is how I feel. Is I'm wrong for saying this? Is I'm right? Is I'm wrong? How do y'all feel? Put it in the comments. But let me ask y'all this. So this is the question I want to ask. Why is it every time peoples can come in our safe spaces, our black and brown safe space, and allow themselves and include themselves in a situation that they don't know anything about us, they don't want to learn anything about us. They just want to include themselves. But if it was us invading their safe space, oh, it would be a problem. But a lot of people feel just because we are black and brown, they can just invade our safe space. I understand the diversity, and I understand that it being a new dynamic, a new generation, a new time, this and that and the third. But I really feel like a lot of us in the black and brown community, I really feel like we deserve our safe space. We need our own safe space. We need our own timing. We need our own thing. You know, we need our safe space for us, black and brown peoples in the community, the black community, the brown community, you know. Don't y'all feel like half of the time that we need our safe space, and every time when we in our safe space minding our business, you have other peoples they can't even relate to us. They don't even want to relate to us. They try to make like that we are the baddest and most harming peoples that it is. They want to invade in our space. But when we invade in theirs, for the right, when we try to basically tell them, like, we have our safe space, you have yours, just let us be in our space and y'all be in y'all space. You get what I'm saying? Because I really feel like us as black and brown peoples, we need our own space at every given time. Like, us being black and brown, our space shouldn't be open to everybody at any given time. Everybody is not worthy of being in our space. Can we just have something of our own for once without it getting taken away from us? Can we just get back what we completely lost? Can we just get back what we basically created for ourselves? And I feel like we shouldn't have to be able to give everything that we created, that we started up. You get what I'm saying? Not trying to be funny, not trying to be mean. And I'm gonna go ahead. How many minutes I got? I got 35 minutes. Okay. And I just want to elaborate on this. But is I'm wrong for how I'm feeling? Is I'm wrong from how I'm saying it? Is I'm wrong for how I'm saying it? I know I might lose a couple of y'all, but that's just how I feel. And another thing, and I know there is a lot of black and brown peoples that might not agree with me, but that's just how I feel. I've been feeling like this for a great amount of time, and I just rather speak my truth. I'm not talking about the different cultures, and I'm not talking about the different dynamics. I'm talking about black and brown peoples. Don't you think we deserve our safe space, our own space, and our space to just let it be us half of the time? I'm not trying to be funny or be mean. I'm just being real. I really feel like we is not getting our safe space. Like, we is not, we don't have that. I understand it's a different time and all, but I really feel like at a time, us black and brown peoples, we need our safe space. It is a time for us to just let it be for us and not for other peoples that is not willing to learn, that does not want to learn. And I think the thing is, a lot of us want to accept other people's in our safe space, the safe space that we have worked hard to build up. A lot of people's want to accept people's in our safe space when it's a lot that don't even want to learn, they don't even want to know. I understand the peoples that is allies. I respect that. I love each and every one of y'all that is allies, that stand for us. But I really feel like us as black and brown peoples, if everybody else can have their safe space, we deserve ours. Black and brown peoples deserve their safe space. My peoples of the LGBTQ gay community, we definitely deserve our safe space there, black and brown. Because, I really feel like peoples can invade our safe space, but when it comes to us invading theirs, it's a problem. They want to say this and say that. But am I wrong? Do you guys feel like us as black and brown, do y'all feel like we deserve our own safe space at times, at all times, but peoples just don't want to take the hint? I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to keep this respectful and keep this 100. We deserve our safe space at all times. And if peoples want to learn about our safe space, if you want to bring them into it, then by all means, if they're down, Let them, let them in. But hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy Thursday, and welcome to this video on DDTS. I'm on TikTok. I'm still on my. I just started my break off of YouTube, so I might just post videos on YouTube. But I hope y'all are doing good, and I wanted to come on here and make this video real quick because this is just a random thought that just ran across my mind. And before I say this thought, and before I say my opinion, and before I say this truth, I just want anybody to know, and I want everybody to know that this video that I'm making is not to hurt anyone in any form or fashion. This is for entertainment purposes only, and this is my opinion. And what I'm going to say is this. And if y'all get offended or get mad, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to say it. So I know from far from, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I know for a fact that I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best person in the world. And I'm going to say this. We all have done dirt. I have done dirt. I think we all have done dirt. We all have had our moments where we just, done things and we think about what we've done. Like, we've made mistakes. And I made a lot of them. I know I'm not the only one. Which is also, I'm going to say this as well. I might have been baptized. I might have been baptized when I was real little. And I might have went to church every Sunday, sung in the choir. Look at me, I'm still here. A lot of people need to understand this. Just because listen, this the thing. Just because you see a person go to church every Sunday, reading the Bible every Sunday, or whenever they read the Bible, singing all the church songs in the world. This when you see that person in public. But when church is over, you don't know if that same person is doing that same exact thing in private that they was doing in public. A lot of people need to understand, just because you see a person, just because you go to church every Sunday, just because you read the Bible 24/7, just because you sang all the church songs in the world, and just because you do not cuss in public, that does not mean what you are doing in public. That does not mean that you are not doing it in private. Trust me. That's just my opinion. That does not make anybody better than the next person. Just because you're doing this and that does not make you or anybody better than the next person, because we are all human. And another thing, you cannot serve God. You can't serve God and serve the good Lord and worship the devil. You can't do that, because worshiping the devil and serving the God, the good Lord, that don't go well together. A lot of people need to understand that. Now, as I'm doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing both. But this the thing about me. A lot of you have to understand this, and I'm going to open up to y'all a little bit about this. Is I'm saved and sanctified? Listen, yes, I got baptized. Yes, I went to church. Yes, I sung in the choir. Yes, I read the Bible. I say my prayers before I go to bed. I say my prayers when I get up in the morning. But this the thing, though. Just because I did all those things, just because I still do all those things, just because you got baptized and did all those things that I named, that does not mean that you are saved and sanctified and automatically a Christian. You can be baptized. You can read all the Bibles you want. You can sing all the church songs you want. That still don't make you saved and sanctified. Is I'm saved and sanctified? No, I'm not. But what I will say is this. I know I sin. Everybody sins. I know I sin. We sin every day. But this the thing, though, what a lot of people need to understand. And that is this. I can believe in the good Lord and not be saved. I can believe in God and not be saved. I can believe in the Lord. I can pray to God. I can go to the Lord. I can talk to the Lord anytime I want, and I'm not saved and sanctified. Because the relationship, what I got between the Lord and me, That is between me and God. We have our own relationship, which is mean as everybody else. A lot of people need to understand that just because you go to church every Sunday and just because you pray to the Lord every chance you get and read all the Bible scriptures you want, you can have that Bible memorized. That does not make you perfect than anybody else. And a lot of people need to understand this. You can do all those wonderful things and follow the book. That does not mean you're going to heaven, and that does not mean you're going to hell. Because 9 times out of 10, we don't know where we're going. We do not know where we're going when we transition from this earth. A lot of people need to understand that just because you done all the wonderful things in the world, that does not mean you're going to this place. That does not mean you're going to that place. The only person that has the decision to make about that is the good Lord himself. But you cannot serve God and serve the devil at the same time. You can't do it. You can't be praising God 1 minute and then serving the devil the next. You can't do that. Because if you let the devil ride, he gonna want to drive. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not saved. I'm not sanctified. But what I will say is this: I believe in God. I know if it wasn't for the good Lord, I wouldn't be up every morning. I know if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have all these wonderful opportunities. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have so many wonderful friends. I know if it wasn't for the good Lord and God, I wouldn't have a roof over my head. And I know if it wasn't for the good Lord and God, I wouldn't be here today, continue to do what I love to do, walking and talking and eating and breathing. I'm so blessed and I'm so happy to say that, because if it wasn't for God, and if it wasn't for the Lord Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be here today. So I don't go to church every Sunday. I don't go to church. But I do listen to the word. I listen to church songs. And I'm going to say this. You do not have to go to church to serve God. You can be at home and have your own church at your house and serve the good Lord at your house. You can turn on Facebook, YouTube, or whatever you see the churches at. You can do your own church anywhere you go. Because the churches these days, church is not like what it used to be when I was growing up. When I was growing up in church, people's peoples used to come together. The church used to be packed. You used to see everybody. You used to have good dinners after church and stuff in a fellowship hall, laugh and talk and everything. Just enjoy yourself. You could come to church and be yourself. You can come to church and enjoy yourself. Now when you go to church, everybody got their hand out. The pastor got their hand out. The deacons got their hand out. The ushers got their hand out. Wanting $1. Want you to get them their jewelry. Honey, we ain't doing that. If you go to church, you got to pay to go to church now? Like, what sense does that make? I just don't understand it. Times has changed. Church and the stuff ain't like what it used to be. But that's my opinion, y'all. The word that I want to give to y'all today, don't be expecting this every day, but this was a random thought that I had in my mind watching my show, Sisters. You can't worship the good Lord and God. You can't serve God and worship the devil. You can't do it. You can only do one of the two. And the one that is best to do is the one that's going to lead you into a direct and right path. Love y'all and have a good day.